Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the sanctions regime is dealt with in the Foreign Office by my right honourable friend, the member for Berwick-on-Tweed, but I shall do my best to answer the most important question that the honourable gentleman, the member for Cardiff South and Penrith, has posed to the House today. Sanctions are an important tool we use to weaken Putin's war effort and to underline our unyielding support for Ukraine. Britain alone has sanctioned over 1,800 individuals and entities under the Russia sanctions regime, over 1,600 of which were sanctioned since Putin's full-scale invasion. And in recent weeks, while I cannot comment on individual cases, we are pleased that the High Court has recognised the Foreign Office's expertise on deciding which persons should be sanctioned to ensure maximum effect. We have frozen over £18 billion worth of Russian assets, Mr. Speaker, through designations, and over 60% of Russia's central bank foreign reserves, assets that can no longer be funnelled back to Russia to fund its war machine. Rather than the surplus the Russian government predicted for 2022, Russia suffered an annual deficit of £47 billion, the second highest of the post-Soviet era. Its budget remains in deficit in 2023, despite tax increases. We have also targeted those who have enabled sanctioned persons to hide their assets in obscure and complex financial networks, and we are working to crack down on Phoenix companies who continue to operate after sanctions are imposed or who are developing fronts to avoid sanctions. Just yesterday, Mr. Speaker, we imposed 29 further sanctions targeting individuals and entities operating in and supporting Russia's gold, oil and strategic sectors, critical sources of revenue for the Russian war machine. Those sanctioned include Russia's largest gold refiner, as well as international networks propping up Russia's gold, oil and finance industries. Our coordinated sanctions, working in line with our G7 partners, are having an impact. Without our sanctions and those of our partners, we estimate that Russia would have over $400 billion more to fund its war machine. We are starving Putin of the resources he needs to fund his illegal war on Ukraine. Sanctions are thwarting Russian access to Western components and technology. Russia's budget remains in deficit. Our oil price cap has contributed to a fall of 25% in Russian oil revenues between January and September 2023, compared to the same period in 2022. And our export bans have starved Russia of thousands of products needed for the battlefield. His Majesty's government is fully aware, as will honourable members be, that sanctions are not static. We are constantly monitoring to see where and if they are being circumvented. Alongside our international partners, we are closing loopholes and tackling sanctions invasions as Putin desperately scrambles to restructure the Russian economy and smuggle goods in through back channels. We will continue to isolate Russia's financial system and support businesses that are seeking to divest from their links with Russia. We will bring forward further legislation in the coming weeks to deliver on our G7 commitments and further deprive Russia of lucrative remaining revenue sources, including banning imports of Russian diamond and ending all...
Just 1 second. I've tried coughing, I've tried different ways. We're almost a minute over. I think we need to get the speeches maybe better timed in future to 3 minutes. Please, I'm sure you're coming to the end immediately. Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And ending all imports of Russian copper, aluminium and nickel. And finally, we will continue to combat circumvention and seek to degrade Russia's military capabilities by coming down hard on sanctions evaders and closing loopholes, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.